Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. Time again for Mailbag Monday. These weeks are flying by.
They do.
Weather's getting a little bit colder. Highs in the 70s this week.
Oh, man, it's so cold.
Had to put on our long johns. No, not really. No, it's good. And it's actually a great time of year to be here. Mm-hmm. It's getting to be prime time. It's the time of year when your lifestyle visit will be costing more because it's prime time.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful weather. We did have some rain this last week, and that was great. We enjoyed that rain for a whole day. Our
2 days.
Plants needed it.
2 days.
And our ponds need it. And but now we have the sunshine again.
Right. And listen, thanks to all of you that tuned in for our Thursday live show. We're always a little bit nervous about the live show because you never know what she's going to say.
You never know.
But it went really well, and your questions were perfect. And we even stockpiled some more to have another live show in the future. So Thank you so much for that. You've had a lot of grandkids this past week.
We did. We got to see some grandkids this week and got back from babysitting, had a great time with my kids, and enjoyed them. They're busy, and we have a good time.
Yeah, and we went to the Sleight of Mind show at the community center over in Wildwood. That was a lot of fun with Michael C. Anthony. Mm-hmm. I hope those of you that went to that enjoyed it like we did. A lot of fun. There was a car show on Friday.
Yeah, the British car show.
The British car show. We took that in up at Sumter Landing, and we also sat in for the British Airwave group, mm-hmm. and they were good. So all good. And we went to trivia. We went to trivia night on Thursday.
We did. We went to Mystic Ice Cream, and that was a lot of fun. That's a great place to go, and they have good ice cream and a great atmosphere and questions that are too hard for me.
And my sister went with us, and she did a great job on the trivia. Mm-hmm. And her husband, our brother-in-law, is here now, and we're showing him around, and everything's good.
Everything's great.
On today's show,
pregnant and living in the villages.
What?
That's what it says.
And we're going to talk about outdoor storage.
What if the house of your dreams turned into a nightmare?
And how do people here in the villages celebrate Thanksgiving?
All that and more coming right up. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions. We've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Our viewer video question from Mark and Andrea in Georgia.
Hey, Jerry and Linda. I'm Mark.
And I'm Andrea.
We're from Atlanta, Georgia. We've known about the villages for some time, but recently found your videos on YouTube. This past August, we came down for a lifestyle visit and really loved our time there. So much so that we've now rented a house this winter for 3 months. We look forward to coming down and learning more about the villages and where we might want to live.
We're really excited, and part of us wants to just hurry up and buy a resale, but we have heard a little bit about the new development of Eastport, and it looks pretty exciting. We're trying to decide if that might be worth waiting for. What do you think?
See you when we get there.
All right. Is it worth waiting for Eastport? Well, you never know what something's going to be until it's finished. The shows and the PR that we've seen about it, it's going to be really something. And it's going to be another destination here in the villages. A lot of people are going to flock to that area. And I'm really anxious to see it when it's finished. Yeah. I know it's going to be beautiful.
Everything is first class. And it's just beautiful to see the progression of the villages. And the amazing things that go on here is just, it's wonderful.
The question, should you wait for Eastport, though? Mm-hmm. I mean, they do build fast.
Yeah.
But it depends how old you are and how patient you are. We were not patient. We wanted an established neighborhood. That's why we ended up where we are. Mm-hmm. If you've got 5 years, and you can wait, you're probably going to have a really nice place down there.
Right. Looking forward to all the new amenities and the restaurants and all the different things that are coming.
It's got the connectivity. You can get about anywhere from down there now. So, like I said, we're really looking forward to it.
This question is from Roz Schneider. Happy Thanksgiving. Are you cooking the big traditional meal, Linda? Hope you are surrounded by family. We are thankful for you too. Well, Roz, we're thankful for you. Thanksgiving. Yes, this year we are having Thanksgiving. Jerry's sister and brother-in-law are here, and we may have some other visitors come in and relatives, but we're ready, and we're going to do something different. We're going to have, our brother-in-law is going to fry a turkey for us. I heard it's supposed to be delicious. I can't wait to get that done.
Yep.
something less for me to have to do in the kitchen. And I can do all the sides, right? So, yeah, I'd like to do a Thanksgiving at home. I don't feel like it's Thanksgiving unless I have Thanksgiving in my house.
For me, just give me a plate of turkey. I'll take light or dark meat. I didn't like dark meat till I got, in my 50s or 60s. I wouldn't even touch it. I didn't like it. I don't know if it was the occasional veins or what, but
I don't know.
I like it now. And I make mashed potatoes and dressing.
Yes.
And I like corn at Thanksgiving.
He does. He loves corn.
You
Now,
go to these get-togethers and people always want to bring these casseroles.
he's not a casserole person. I grew up with casseroles, and I love them. So when Thanksgiving comes around, I like to make a couple, and I enjoy all those dishes. Do you like pumpkin pie? I do. At Thanksgiving.
Give me a cherry pie or I like raspberry pie.
Yeah.
Or apple pie. Those are your pies.
Yeah.
And we have a pecan pie. That's Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. You don't need pumpkin pie.
Yeah. And how about sweet potatoes? No sweet potatoes for you. Sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows, brown sugar?
No.
Oh my goodness. What's wrong with you? Cranberries?
No.
No? That's Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
A lot of people here go out to eat on Thanksgiving.
And you have to get reservations early.
Some of the country clubs will prepare a feast, and you go and pay, and it's great because you don't have all the preparation and the cleanup, but you also don't have
leftovers.
That's right. The leftovers. No. That's what I was going to say.
No, so we'll have leftovers.
Well, we hope all of you have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes. Very thankful for you all.
Yeah, and hopefully we haven't heard yet if our 5 grandkids from Orlando are going to be here.
Well, they're always welcome. Always
they
welcome.
are welcome. Andrea Holland adds to that. What's it like there over the Thanksgiving Christmas holidays? Do a lot of villagers leave to visit family? Are there any activities and events for those that stay? Other than the town squares and maybe some craft fairs and things like that, I don't know of other activities. But yeah, some villagers will go north to be with their families for Thanksgiving. But I think more than that, the relatives will come here. Like we said.
It's a chance for them to be in some warm weather, hit the beach maybe.
Yeah.
So, I think a lot of people will travel here. But traveling during the holidays is a problem, so be careful out there. We certainly wish you have a great Thanksgiving. This is from Nanette Hayner. We would love to know about any residents who have retrofitted bathrooms with a walk-in tub. We all have aches and pains, and it would be good to have a warm soak when you can't get out standard tub anymore. I really enjoy the recent changes in your format.
What was she talking? What recent changes?
Probably the shoutouts or what, I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, we're glad you like them, Nanette.
Yes, we do.
And yes, we have found that people here do sometimes swap out the original tub
Traditional.
for a walk-in tub. And they're kind of cool. You have the door that opens, you go in and close the door. Now, frankly, I've never been in one.
No.
So we were wondering, when you fill that up with water, and some of you folks can tell us, do you have to wait till that water drains before you get out, or does that just like go out in your house?
No. I imagine you would have to sit and wait till it drains, but then maybe you have a towel handy to get yourself all snug and warm before you open that door.
Some people have those electric towel warmers. You know what?
Yeah, that would be nice right by that tub. That would be really nice.
But your answer is yes. People do that here, and quite common.
Yeah. This is from Sean Boxer. Why did
Are you going to read all the questions today?
Oh my gosh! It says Jerry.
She labels them. I don't really feel a need to have a label on there, but she does that for me. She goes over them. And anyway, I'll do one, okay?
I'll let you do one
all
today.
Right, thank you.
Linda's taking over the show. No more Jerry. Goodbye.
Sean Boxer says, why did you have to move your kayak? I asked before thinking you had a walled garden, but I've since figured out you have an open backyard. Does this mean you can't even rest a kayak against the side of your house? Yeah, Sean, you're not supposed to. You know, that's clutter. I mean, if I can rest a kayak, couldn't my neighbor rest a pile of lumber? And an old lawnmower, maybe? You know, it's just to keep the neighborhood nice. Yeah. No, I miss the storage. I had a he shed.
Yes, he had a
and
he
it
shed.
was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it was one of those that the Amish built, and it was beautiful and nice, and had a loft in it. And then we had a 3-car garage out back.
Yeah.
So we could hide anything we want. But even still, we piled up stuff behind there, didn't
We
we?
did.
And it would have been quite an eyesore for anybody that lived back there, which we had a fence, so no big deal.
Yeah.
No, but you can't do it here. You know, I a little bit I wish you could, because I need a place to put my kayak. I have to kind of tippy-toe around my kayak to get in my golf cart.
We stand it on the edge, you
Yeah.
know, push it over, so it's kind of in the way. You could put them up in the ceilings. You could tie them up, but
Not with 6'3" guy.
not with you. Well, you could with me. I wouldn't know it's up there.
Yeah, storage is one of the weak points of a home in the village.
That's the weak part. Okay, this is from Jose and Maria. What would happen if after you move to the villages, suddenly your wife says the magic words, "Honey, I'm pregnant"? My guess is that you will need to sell and leave, right? Like that is your biggest issue? I wonder if that ever happened. Whoa. Okay, first off.
What a question.
I think you have to be 55 to live here. If you're going to get pregnant.
It's possible.
It's possible.
I heard about a Russian woman in her 60s having kids.
That would be like a miracle.
Yeah, but to answer the question, it would not be permissible.
Yeah.
Because nobody that age is supposed to be living here.
Yeah.
I know about the 80-20 rule, but that goes against
baby
everything.
Is,
yeah.
Yes, is a different
so,
story.
From what I understand, yes, you would have to
Probably move.
either get rid of the kid or move. You know, give him to your cousins or something to raise. Well, I mean, if you're a big golfer, you don't want to move out of the villages, do you?
No. Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. I love kids.
He does. Oh, our granddaughter. She's 1.5. Well, going to be 2 in December, 1st of December. And she is just attached to Jerry right now. She runs in, "Papa, Papa." And I'm almost a little offended because she goes right to Jerry and sits under his arm and just crawls right up to him. It's so cute.
Yeah, we only had 3 boys. It's really nice to have a little girl.
A little girl, and she's adorable. And she just is just all taken with him right now.
And we love our other granddaughter too. She is sweet as can be.
Long blonde hair.
And we'll get to see her hopefully this
We
week.
will too.
Yeah.
But it's been fun.
This question is from, and forgive me, I'm going to say Bea Bastani. Bea Bastani.
I like it.
Okay. Do all the pools close at the same time? And what time do they close at? Well, in general, yes, they do. It's around sunset. And it'll depend on the workers in that rec center. And if they have extra pools to close, for example, the Dunedin pool here, there's nobody on duty.
No.
They have to come from the, what is it called, a family rec center.
Family rec center.
And lock her down. And so it depends. They may come to ours first, which means it'll close a little earlier than the one down the road.
Right.
So that's the deal. It's around sunset, and there are no lights in any of the pools in our area. So you'd have to leave there at sunset anyway.
Yeah, they come in, they'll come in and check the bathrooms, clean them up, push all the chairs around, and they have their little jobs and security procedures.
That's right.
And then you have to leave so they can close up and lock the gate because there's no one allowed in the pool after dark. So,
All right, Bea, I hope that answers your
yeah.
question.
And this is from Ronald A. Yingling. This must be overwhelming. How much time do you spend every week working on your shows?
And the next one is a partner question there.
Oh, it is. It is. Well, we'll get to it.
Well, Kim says, I wondered the same thing. Are they getting to enjoy life here in the villages, all because of trying to provide a show and answer questions for the residents here or folks abroad? We have plenty of fun. We do have a lot of fun.
We do.
She has more fun than I do. But I love what I'm doing. You know, this weekend already, we've met so many people. And that's the beauty of our show. And that's why we do it. We feel like we're helping folks. I hope we're helping folks. And we get to see you and meet you and talk to you. And we feel like friends with so many of you. And that's why we do it. For me, it is a big job. I can't go anywhere without that little bug in my head saying, would our viewers like to see that?
Yes.
And she went somewhere this morning.
Yes.
I know it's early if you're watching at 7 a.m., so it was really yesterday morning. But she went out and she saw something cool and she forgot to video it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't forget that. I would get that videoed for you. But, you know, there's kind of a balance between enjoying it. If you've ever been to a ball game that you were videoing of your kids or something, you can't really watch the game because you're focused on getting that picture right. And a lot of times that's what I do too. But if you've noticed, our video clips that run while we're talking here, they're usually short. And so we do get to enjoy it. We enjoyed that British car show. We enjoyed that band.
We did.
We ate over at Gators. It was good.
Yeah.
So we enjoy plenty of things, but we try to keep that little switch turned on so that we can share it with you if we think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Stephen Wheeler, and it's a pretty interesting question. With my luck, we buy an amazing retirement home in the Villages, and soon thereafter, the house next door becomes a long-term rental, and their 20-something family member has discovered the drums, then parks their Partridge family bus in the driveway. How would a similar sight and noise concern be addressed by the Villages after this was anonymously reported? Good question. That is an issue because sometimes it's hard to find the right people to deal with the situation here. So I reached out to a representative from the Villages, and here's what I was told. In this scenario, they would reach out to Community Standards. Community Standards would send out a deed compliance officer and check on the issue to see what the complaint says is actually taking place. Then letters would be sent to the owner until the issue is resolved. If it's a noise complaint, then that would actually go to the sheriff's department.
Okay.
Now, those letters, if they are ignored, they will start accumulating fines, and those fines could get quite pricey, as we've seen from some of the letters on next door, especially regarding the rocks in the villas, So you start with the deed compliance department, they send an officer, and later on you follow it up with the sheriff if you don't get satisfaction.
Right.
And hopefully you do, because that wouldn't be good at all. Although I do like the Partridge family. I think I love you.
A group of villagers that does the.
I thought we weren't going to have any bloopers today.
This is a big
but,
one. This is a big bloop. Sweat. It's like I'm pouring sweat down
you're,
my.
ugh.
I'm serious. It's like I'm going to pass out kind of sweat. Okay.
My mouth is getting dry.
Religious group of y'all.
Want me to do it?
Y'all just go for it.
As always, we want to recommend, we don't recommend anything.
Recommend coming on down.
I say we recognize.
Recognize.
We recognize. And I think they're visiting. They plan on purchasing their home sometime during the next year. Oh, that's dumb. Sorry, Rick and Bonnie, I'm going to read it again. I keep messing it up.
Read that. Dance. Easier. Whatever that is. Okay, I'll start that again. A group that she belongs to, the village.
You can read it after you say this photo.
Village. Oh, dear.
It's time for Ask Amy. Now today, Amy had one of her co-attorneys in the office take the question, and this is Audra.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. My name is Audra Platt, and I'm an estate planning attorney here at Pittman Law Office. And a commonly asked question that I get often is, who can serve as my personal representative? Well, first off, what is a personal representative? A personal representative is a person that is appointed by the judge in a probate proceeding. That person is most commonly known as the executor. So who's in charge? That person in Florida, they either have to be a relative of yours or they have to live in the state of Florida. There are a couple other rules that they have to meet. They have to be over 18. They can't be a convicted felon. But the two that most of our clients really have to think about and consider are, is the person that you want to name a relative of yours, or do they live in the state of Florida? So my cousin can live in Georgia and act as my personal representative, but my best friend that lives in Georgia cannot. My stepchild that lives in Georgia cannot act as my personal representative, but my stepchild here in the state of Florida can act as my personal representative. So the personal representative, remember, is the person who's in charge of a probate proceeding that is dealing with last will and testaments, okay, probate assets. That person, again, they need to be a relative of yours that can live anywhere, or they have to be someone that is a resident of the state of Florida. So again, a stepchild that lives in New York, that is not okay. But a stepchild that is a resident of the state of Florida can act as a personal representative. If you have more questions or you need to update your estate plan because you might have a will from another state that does not meet those criteria, we'll be happy to take a look at it for you. Our number is 352-399-6944. Thank you.
Always good advice from them. And they don't take specific questions, but if you have a legal question, maybe a general one about wills, about trusts, about survivorship, or dealing with your finances, after you come to Florida, send us a question. We'll forward it on to them, and they'll tackle it in a future episode. So thank you very much, Amy and Audra. We appreciate that.
It's time for Out and About.
This is our lazy version of Out and About. We did eat out this week, but we went back to places that we'd already done, because if we only try new places, we would neglect our old places.
And we like our old places.
I don't have a new place to show you, but we thought we'd put a list of the 5 favorite places that we dine in the villages. Okay, so we're going to talk to you about those. And some of these are just slightly outside, but you get it. Number 5 would be Wolfgang Puck. That's in the Brownwood Hotel and Spa. We had a delicious meal there.
We did.
I really, really enjoyed it. And it is a first-class establishment. It's clean, it's bright, good place to eat. And the prices were okay. We never go on the top of the top rung on the menu. We always get things down in the air, but it was good, very good. Number 4 is Red Sauce. And Red Sauce could really be about anywhere on this list because they are good. It's an Italian restaurant, and it is in Sumter Landing.
It's very delicious.
It's really good. I love it. Love their spaghetti and meatballs. You get those big old honking meatballs,
Lasagna's amazing.
Very good.
Great pizza.
And this number 3. Number 3 could be anywhere on this list, too, because Jerry liked it. Oakwood Smokehouse. There are a couple of locations. We go to the one on 441.
Right.
And they run a special. I think it's Sunday through Thursday when they give you a ribs and a full rack. I mean, a good rack of ribs and 2 sides. And it varies. It's $14.99 or $15.99, somewhere in that range.
But they're falling off the bone,
They're sweet.
melt in your mouth.
They're good.
Delish.
Yeah, I like it. And I like their baked beans and their sweet tea. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Okay. Number 2 on our list, we have never had a disappointing meal there, Bluefin. Bluefin. I generally get the fish and chips. That's in the $20 range. Everything else is a little bit higher.
I'm a salmon girl.
She did salmon. But Bluefin, good place, nice, kind of elegant, right there in Brownwood, easy to get to.
Easy.
Nice place. Our number 1 place is kind of new, and we're kind of infatuated with it, is McCracken's Irish Pub in Leesburg. We like the surroundings, we like the people there, we like it. It feels like a good, homey place to go eat.
Yeah, it is.
And the food was terrific.
Yeah.
And that's our list for today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you enjoyed it. Next week, hopefully, she'll take me out somewhere and we'll do a new Out and About.
I'm going to find a new place.
Time for the word jumble. The word jumble last week was homestead. A homestead is a rec center, and it's also the exemption you can get for your taxes, which will lower them big time. So please get that homestead exemption. The clue to this week's puzzle, and there you see it. It starts here. So many decisions. Now remember, if you get that answer, if it comes to you and you nail it, don't put it here in the comments. Just let us know that you know and have fun with it.
Upcoming entertainment in the villages. Well, tonight, Badfinger and Blues Image will be here in the villages.
Yeah, they're with Rocky and the Roller over at the Savannah Center. We will be there for the 4 o'clock show.
Woo-hoo.
We're going to go. And man, ever since I knew they were coming to town, I've been researching their songs.
Yeah.
Badfinger is good. They should have called themselves Goodfinger.
Goodfinger.
They are excellent.
Yeah.
So many catchy songs.
We're
and
going to be grooving.
We've talked to you about it.
Yeah.
There are still some tickets left, although I'm not sure how many.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah, hope to see ya.
Time for Sweet and Salty. I'm going to do the salty. It's not really so salty this week. Where is it?
Oh, there was a salty page.
Oh, it's the one that says salty on it? Okay, I found it. She wrote salty on there. By the way, thank you for sending all these comments and questions in, even the salty ones. We appreciate having a little storage place for files that we keep these and we pull them out as we need them. And if you've written one in and you haven't seen it, just hang on, hopefully we'll get to it. Jeremy Page wrote, "You moved to the Villages. Did you really think it's the happiest city? You believed the hype or watched a Netflix movie? LOL. You want to feel welcome? Move to a Hyatt."
What?
Well, first of all, when we moved here, we hadn't heard anything about the Villages.
No.
We didn't even know about it. We didn't know it was called Florida's friendliest hometown.
No.
And you make that decision for yourself after you live here. And I guarantee you, if you stop people on the street and ask them if they believe that, you're probably going to get an overwhelming amount of people that say, we do believe it.
Your sister said something to me yesterday about that this place is very friendly. We took them around the town, walked around, and she was just amazed at how many people were talking to each other and just conversing and coming up to us too. But it's truly very friendly.
Yeah.
And she said also, one big thing she noticed is everybody's moving out and about, riding bikes, walking, doing things, and it's being alive. So that's a big thing, because back home, when you're living in a little subdivision or on a hill like we did, it was hard to walk and see and be with people. So this is a great opportunity, and I think it's the friendliest place ever.
You got a sweet one?
I got a sweet one. This is from Aggie Gal. "Hi, Jerry and Linda. I'm a super viewer. I could watch you two doing anything, including watching paint dry." Okay, that's our next show.
All right.
Y'all have caught lightning in a bottle somehow and are just natural at this and make it so enjoyable to watch you. Thank you. Well, we appreciate that, and we're going to think about that, painting on a wall.
We do appreciate your kind of comments, because
Yes.
that's kind of like our payback for the hard work we do, is when we know that it makes you happy. That's really why we do it.
Yeah.
So thank you, Aggie Gal. That is such a sweet thing. That's a sweet thing you said there, girl.
That's a sweet one.
Just very sweet.
It's time for those shout-outs.
We'd like to take this time, as we do each week, to recognize friends of our channel. They're people that are top viewers. They're people that are Facebook followers. They're people we've bumped into on the street.
Mm-hmm.
They're people that sent me a bunch of
Denny
Moore beef stew. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, but we got plenty for right now.
No. So thank you all. It's an act of kindness when you write out to us, and we appreciate it.
We
like we said.
appreciate the time.
Oh, we keep saying we appreciate it. We appreciate it. We really, really do.
Yeah.
Gil and Sheila from the village of Newell sent us this photo. It's a mama gator and her babies over at the Finney Nature Trail.
Oh.
That photo doesn't show them up close, but I've seen another photo. I can only post photos, by the way, that I get permission to post. So she sent that. Those little babies are cute.
Aren't
Of course,
they?
you don't want to mess with them, but they're cute. Yeah. They're all over. And Finney Nature Trail is a nice little walk. If you've never been there, it's a boardwalk. You're walking on a boardwalk,
Yeah, you're
totally
safe.
safe and
You're
dry,
safe.
and it's a good little. What would it take? Maybe 20 minutes.
20 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, if you keep moving, 20
moving.
minutes.
It's gorgeous. Well, Mike Persky sent us this picture of watermelon walkers. They're from the village of Newell and get together to exercise. That's a great looking group right there.
Yeah, that is a sweet picture, and that's the way to do it. If you have a group you want us to show a picture of, take it in that landscape format, and look at that. That's so nice. Thanks, Mike, for sending us that. And we met Mike the other night at Sawgrass.
Okay.
Yeah. Rick and Bonnie are from Canada, Ontario. And they have visited the villages 4 times. And they say they're about ready to buy their home. And bet they'll do it sometime in the next year.
I don't think they'll be disappointed.
No.
Well, we bumped into Kathy and Teresa at the Heart of Florida Barbershop Quartet show, and that was such a gorgeous, wonderful show. I could sit and listen to that barbershop music all night long. We did. And they're 2 super people, and they're very talented too.
Yeah, they are. And Teresa's one of our super viewers for sure. She's been with us since the beginning.
Yeah.
And always fun to bump into her. Bill and Scott bought a home in the village of Lake Deaton. That's kind of our neighbors. It's just down the road here a little bit. They've not retired yet, but they look forward to moving in full-time in January. They're going to tell their boss to take this job.
And
I'm retiring.
I'm retiring.
Yeah. Sharon Langenberg sent us these photos. She belongs to a group that does the Thriller dance here every year. Don't they look great? That's a Halloween time period thing, but they look good, and it's popular. It's a really popular thing. We caught them at Vinny's last year. This year we went to Sumter Landing, and it was so crowded. I couldn't even see them.
It was, and I think that might have been Spanish Springs. But you know what? I cannot wait to see them again because they're growing. I think there's like 50 of them now, or maybe more, that dance to that Thriller. And I think I may want to try that, Jerry. I want to be a Thriller dancer.
You look good in your witch costume. You could do it. And you were right. It was Spanish Springs.
I didn't.
Thanks for keeping me straight.
I got to keep you straight. Well, Stephen Vale wrote and said he'll see us next year. And that's a beauty of a car that he has there.
Yeah. Here in the villages, you're going to see a lot of neat cars. Yeah. You know, that second childhood thing. I think that's true, and it's really true for retirees. Because if you have a little extra money and you're here and you never did get that Chevy Malibu or...
And you don't want to put it in your will. You just...
you don't want to give it to some kid.
You want to spend that money on a fancy car.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of neat cars here in the village.
There really are. And that's it for this week's edition of...
Mailbag Monday.
If you watched Thursday's show, I told you about the cruise we're taking to Alaska. We keep our cruises small. We only had 60 cabins, and we sold out pretty quickly. However, there are a few families that have opted not to go or had conflicts or whatever. So we have some cabins available for you to go on the cruise. And if you want it, please look at the link in the description of the video, and you can check into that because it's going to be a great one. It starts in Vancouver on July 3rd, and it's a 7-day cruise to Anchorage. And then we take, although it's optional, you don't have to do this part, a land tour in the open top train to Denali, and we spend 3 nights touring the land portion. So that's available if any of you are interested.
Yeah. Come join us. We'll have a good time.
We are so busy. I'm going to tell you to tune in for Thursday's show. And again, I must confess that we don't know what that's going to be yet.
Well, maybe we'll dress up like turkeys.
Well, we're so busy.
It's Thursday is Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But we're so busy with the guests and grandkids and whatnot that, it's like the question earlier, does it cut into our time? It does, but we want to bring you the show, but we got to spread it around.
We should have a Thanksgiving parade show.
We will have something for you on Thursday.
We will. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook and share it with all your friends. Until next time.
See you when you get here.